What's up, YouTube? Stat44 coming in with another video. Do all men cheat? Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to all my new subscribers, all my regular subscribers. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscription button in the corner of your screen. Hit that notification bell as well, and you get all my videos sent straight to your phone or your device as soon as I put one up on YouTube. But let's get right into this video, man. Do all men cheat? You know, I was on the phone the other day with one of my homegirls, and she asked me that question, do all men cheat? She wanted to know what I thought about it. And I felt like all men don't cheat, but it's a certain level of men that has the option to cheat, and they do cheat. And there's a certain level of men that reach their sexual appetite and find a woman that they adore and love and replenish him the way he wanted to be replenished, and he don't have to cheat. So the way I'm going to break this down is in a scale from 1 to 10, from 1 to being the least greatest man, from 10 to be the best man. A lot of times, everything is subjective. Perception is not reality. A lot of times they got sayings like, if you use the rock, men want to be the rock, women want the rock. And a lot of times when women see the rock have multiple options, they look at him as if a guy that don't need to be faithful because a lot of women want him. And that's the same thing when you go off this scale from 1 to 5 to 5 to 10. You have men in the world that is the upper echelon of men that will always be perception. Their perception will be they got options to cheat, but do they really do cheat? And you got the guys that are from 1 to 5 that barely could get a woman and happy to get a woman. They won't cheat, or these guys get a woman and their sexual appetite is still high as hell, so if they get an opportunity to cheat, they will cheat. So it's really a trick question if you think about it. It's just all about, it's subjective. It's about what each situation is. So, like, if you get a guy that's a 1 to 5 type guy that's on a 1 to 5 scale for a woman, he gets a woman. He's just happy to have a woman. So most of the time, those guys stay in their lane. They just happy to have a partner. But those guys that's, cuffing to the 4 to 5s, they get some attention from another woman, and their woman ain't doing what she's supposed to do, they will go out and cheat. Same thing for a guy that's from the scale from 6 to 10. Those guys have more options than a lot of these 1 to 5 guys. These 1 to 5 guys don't have that many options, but these 6 to 10 guys that, working on themselves, got their money right, got their bodies in shape, always groomed, they have more options to attract more women. But the downfall about these guys that, I would say from 7 to 10s, these guys are, used to having women wanting them, so that eventually they get used to it. It may not be as fast as a woman, because women, from they was 12 years old, they've been turning down sex every day. But eventually when a man grows into himself and reaches his boundaries, he understands that sexual appetite at some point get fulfilled. Sometimes a man's sexual appetite never get fulfilled. But only way your sexual appetite will get fulfilled as a man is you have to love yourself and have boundaries for yourself. So that means you don't want to stick your thing in anything. So basically the guys that are from 7 to 10, they have the option to actually step out or step in a relationship. And the only way a guy won't cheat when you're a 7 to 10 guy and you got plenty of options, if you have a woman that you adore, you like what she looks like on the outside. She passed the eye test. She passed the sexual test. She passed the femininity test. And she knows how to basically replenish you as a man, because at the end of the day, a guy with options, if he's settled down with one woman, he's going to think about his sexual life before the woman he's committed to, and going to say, is the juice really worth the squeeze? So at the end of the day, all men don't cheat, but all men that have options are at high risk to cheat. And I think a lot of women get intimidated by a man with options, and they feel like, oh, how can I hold this down? They can hold it down, but they just got to make sure that they transparent of what he feels as a man about his options. And because they say a man is only faithful as his options. And if his options is that he tired of dealing with a lot of women, and his options is if he picked you to be the one, you better be the one. Because if you play holding sex game back from a man with options, it won't work. He will go out and find something else. So at the end of the day, all men don't cheat. So I just want you guys to stack attack your life. I want you to stack up your life. That's the best way I could break it down, is all men don't cheat. And I'll holler at you guys on the next video. Peace.